Welcome back to Shaw Spotlight. I'm here with the Fundraising and Prevention Coordinator for the CMHA in Kenora, Mackenzie Patterson, and today we're talking about Kenora Supportive Housing. Mackenzie, what is the mission and vision for the CMHA in Kenora?
So the Kenora Canadian Mental Health Association has a mission to provide our clients with accessible and recovery trauma-informed mental health and addiction services through their lifespan, through treatment, rehabilitation, and support guided by our clients, family members, and communities. We have a vision of mentally healthy people living with dignity in a respectful, equitable, caring, and inclusive stigma-free society.
Wow, that's great. So what is Kenora Supportive Housing?
So Kenora Supportive Housing is a service that the Canadian Mental Health Association Kenora branch has in the community. It is a long-term residential or short-term respite housing unit for individuals who experience persistent and serious mental illness and who are or are at risk of homelessness.
Well, I think it's great that we have that in the community. What does the housing look like?
So a bedroom home, and then residents have the option of single or a double room. They have a shared living space with a TV, that sort of thing, as well as a shared kitchen and a large outdoor deck.
Oh, wow. So it's
Yeah.
quite nice. So do you have any staff that work there, and what do they
So
do?
the housing unit is staffed around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they help to provide life skills for our clients to be able to lead a meaningful recovery. So these skills include programming like gardening, baking, crafts. They go for a lot of walks, and then they support daily living activities as well.
So what's the atmosphere like in the housing? Like, it sounds like it would be a lot of fun and people would be
Yeah,
happy.
so staff are dedicated to helping the residents in any way that they need. So we encourage a supportive atmosphere at the housing unit.
Well, that's really good. So it's not demeaning or anything, like everyone has a
Absolutely,
purpose.
yes.
So why is Kenora Supportive Housing so important to our community?
Supportive housing units are essential for our community as well as many other communities. They help to reduce the strain on systems such as the corrections facility, hospitals, and police services. Um, They are also significantly less costly than these services. So, in perspective, running a 9-bedroom supportive housing unit, such as Kenora Supportive Housing, costs just over $66,000 a year, whereas a corrections facility would cost around $464,000 a year, and 9 hospital beds would cost $1,458,000 a year. So like cost wise, it's quite a bit less. And then it also helps the community through people who are experiencing mental illness or homelessness to be able to have a safe living accommodations that help them recover from whatever they've been experiencing. So they are dedicated to providing residents with the best care and resources to live that meaningful life.
Wow, that's amazing. I had no idea there'd be that big of a difference in the
It is,
cost.
yeah, it's very, very different costs. So it is, you can see how essential it is.
And you're currently doing some fundraising for the housing. What will that money go towards?
So the Kenora Supportive Housing is in need of a new roof. So the roof will cost around $17,000 to replace. And we receive about $1,800 a year for infrastructure costs to cover all expenses for this housing unit. So that is what we're doing our fundraising for.
That would certainly take a long time to save the
Yeah, it would
money
take
from the government.
roughly
Yeah.
9 years if we were to save that money from the government and not spend it on any other thing. And if you own a house or know anyone that owns a house, like expenses come up that are unexpected. So it would be very difficult to save that money.
So how can people donate?
So you can head to our webpage, www.cmhak.on.ca. We have a donate page, and then you can also find more information on the Kenora Supportive Housing. There's a video that shows our staff discussing what they do, clients and their experiences, as well as a virtual tour of the unit. So if you wanted to take a look at that and learn more about Kenora Supportive Housing as well.
Well, that's amazing. Well, thanks so much for talking to me today, Mackenzie, about Kenora Supportive Housing and all the great work CMHA is
Thank you so
doing.
much.